Howdy! How's everybody out there in YouTube land tonight? I hope this finds you well. Well, we've got folks out there in the chat tonight with Tracy Keaton, and we've got, let's see, we got to kill the audio over here on this side where YouTube's decided to pipe up.
Simply Wooden Creations is here.
We got Simply Wooden Creations. Russ is out there in the house. Good to see you, Russ. Glad you could come by tonight. Everybody share this out. Let's get the house packed tonight. Get everybody in here and have some fun with us. You never know what we're liable to do next.
That's part of the show. Don't you dare not watch, because you never know what Brenda or Matt's going to say.
That's right. What we do here on the show is interesting facts. If you give us interesting facts that blow our minds, we give you free cowbell rings and free virtual tacos. They're not worth anything, but a lot of fun. There you go.
I stocked up on virtual tacos. I've got plenty.
And we network. We want everybody to check out everybody else's channel. That's why we want you to bring more people with you. The more people that we get in here, the more people we can network with. And that helps your channel grow. And it helps your educational base. Where if you see somebody doing something you don't know how to do it, you'd like to learn how to do it to make your channel better, then you have somebody to ask.
I found a lot of great channels on this channel, and I've had new people come over to my channel too, interact with my live streams, interact with my published stuff. Hey, Dave Gatton just showed up. Hi, Dave, and Harneal Media. That's Mr. Steve Nealon. Welcome, both of you.
Glad to have both of you with us tonight. Steve is with the Makers Media Network. Try to say that without getting my tongue tied up tonight.
Are you a proud member of Makers Media Network?
I am a proud member, as well as you being a proud member.
I am also. MakersMediaNetwork.com, hashtag not sponsored.
Yes, we hope everybody will go over to MakersMediaNetwork.com and check them out and go to their store, because that's where you will find all of the cool stuff that we have in that store that has our logos on it.
You'll see this logo and many others.
That's right. You check them out. And if you want stickers, by the way, just hit Matt and I up. We have stickers that we can give away, channel stickers. I've got to get my channel sticker board made. It's been too cold. I've got some wood out in the barn that I can use. Or out in the barn, out in the garage. I call it a barn. But I got some wood out there, but it's just been too cold to go out there. Lord, just making it to the van and back when I got to run errands is enough. The temperature is cooling down. And I should be ashamed of myself, because even as cold as it has been, it's unseasonably warm here for this time of year.
Wow.
I mean, our low today was like 28, which is a heat wave compared to what, it's usually in mid-January below zero. But it's cold on these old bones to get out there and have to brave that old cold air.
Well, if anyone wants a sticker, just hit me up. If you have a sticker you want to send to me, this is my address. So rewind and pause. But you don't need to give me a sticker in order to get one. You can just ask for one and I'll give it to you.
That's true. We got an Iron Fire horse in the house. Hope you're having a good evening.
Yep,
get everybody invited in here
too. Hello.
Cat Whisperer. Had a fantastic day. Well, I don't know. It wasn't out of the ordinary. It was a good day.
Hi, John N. John N's here. Welcome.
It was a relaxing day. Hello, John N. Glad to have you with us. Please invite everybody, share this thing out, hit that like button over there.
Relaxing is good. There's an interesting fact from Simply Wooden Creations. Says gecko feet have millions of tiny hairs that stick to the surfaces with a special chemical bond and let them climb walls and hang on by just one toe. They did a
Is it P210?
What's that?
Is it P210?
Oh, 2P10 of CA glue? No.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not 2P10 CA glue. They did an experiment. And they tried to do it in a vacuum with no air.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't work. Like the gecko's feet only work in an atmosphere. You take out the atmosphere and it won't stick.
Donald Vlogs Pie is in the house. Hello, Donald.
Hi, Donald. Good to have you here, buddy.
So it's his turn to cook tonight. What's for dinner?
Oh boy. Yum, yum, yum.
If I could hit that Powerball, I wouldn't be too terrible far from their neck of the woods down there.
Yeah.
And
Brenda's been giving me the what for. She's like, you got to play. So I played. This last Powerball didn't win. Played the Powerball before it didn't win. So I'm like, now I'm out $6. Come on.
But Saturday night, it's worth $321 million.
Ooh, I'll take it. Patrick's Workshop is here. Hello, Patrick's.
Hey, Patrick.
Sometimes we presume there's two of them because he has an apostrophe S in his channel name. So like the Patricks are here. There's really only one, but
Patrick has a workshop.
He's such a big personality. He's kind of there's it's as if there's two of them.
It's Patrick's woodshop.
Well, whatever it is, it's awesome. We like the Patricks.
It's not Patrick Woodshop. It's Patrick's Woodshop.
Oh, there you go. So it's not possessive. It means there's two of them. Okay.
Right.
Got it.
No, it is possessive. He possesses the workshop.
Well, yeah, that's understood by what's written on his logo. Mr. Doughboy 356 is here. Welcome back.
Glad to have you in there, Mr. Doughboy. Hope everything's going well in your neck of the woods up there. He's in Maine, in the cold country. We're going to have an ice storm tonight.
What?
They're saying that by morning, the roads are going to be pretty much impassable. And just so everybody knows, they're supposed to just stay home here tomorrow. And I guess Saturday, it might get above freezing and melt some of it off. But yeah, ice storm moving in. So I ran errands today. I was talking about having a fantastic day. It would have been if I hadn't had to go out in the cold. When you're old, you don't like going out in the cold. The cold and arthritis do not get along.
I save all my errands for one day. Just zip, 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 zip home.
Yeah, I had to pick up some bread because I'm going to make me some pulled pork sandwiches.
Ooh, I'll be right over.
My homemade barbecue sauce, pulled pork sandwiches. I needed some bread, so I had to get some bread, and then I had to go to the bank and take out a loan to buy me some lottery tickets. For the Powerball Saturday night because it's $321 million.
Yeah, now watch the news article be. It's like some lady in Indiana won both Powerball tickets, which would have been the same amount of money to you because they just half it anyway. Oh, John N says they'll be right over too. So I gave Russ from Simply Wooden Creations his taco because he put an interesting fact. So you could have tacos too, folks. I've got more. I'll give them out all night long.
Well, I ought to give him more cowbell.
Ooh, I like the loud cowbell with the whisper at the spoken words down low. That was a good juxtaposition.
There's going to be a new Hever Haven going out tonight.
Ooh, I'm going to have a new video on one of my cajillion channels.
Yeah.
My piano channel.
Oh, okay.
I learned a new song on Piano Awesome on the YouTubes, and it's a fun song to listen to, and it's even more fun to play. It's When the Saints Go Marching In.
Yeah.
Da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na, when the saints come marching.
Well, oddly enough, my Hever Haven is about a song tonight.
Oh, how about this? See, it's a musical episode here on Nine Equals Beyond. Pork chop tacos. Ooh, yeah. Can we have pulled pork tacos as leftovers after the main course the following?
Well, sure you can.
Sweet.
Sure you can. Plenty of that to go around.
I got another interesting fact here from Russ. The Nile crocodile can hold its breath underwater for up to 2 hours while waiting for prey. 2 hours hold their breath? That's insane.
Iron Firehorse says some guy around here won the biggest lottery win ever in Canada a week or two ago, over $100 million.
Bam. That's
well. Awesome. Now I did some calculating on this because the pot is $321 million. If one person wins it, it doesn't have to be split all over the place. If one person wins it, they say to take 61% off of what that is. What your pot is for your federal and state taxes. And once you take that off, whatever's left is what you would end up with. And it would be $107 million is what I came up with. So that's a lot of money.
That's not hard to take. I'll take that.
That's a lot of money.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Donald says, fact, turtles smell with their butts.
That seems very odd.
Well, I would have thought that it would.
Here. Hi, Mel.
I would have thought that would be turned around a little bit and say, turtles' butts smell.
He says odd but true. He verified it.
And for me, more cowbell.
More cowbell.
Oh, good to see you, Mel. Happy New Year to you as well. Hope everything's going great for you over there in New York.
Mr. Doughboy's talking about a potential source of wood. The old casket mill across the street is up for sale.
Mm-hmm.
You should see the wood shop potential there. All the machines are still there. Can also be set back up to run off of a water wheel. No way.
Yeah, he showed pictures of that on Facebook today. That was cool.
Oh, Frankie CNC and Woodworking Channels here. He says, yo, welcome back to the channel, Frankie.
Glad to see you, Frankie.
All the CNC talk, and Dave Gatton was in here earlier. I think he's still here. I have an update on my CNC machine. I've picked a color that I'm painting it.
Pink?
It will close. It's red. Red. And I laid it all out on the table. I was thinking about doing a snarky post and saying, like, my Gatton CNC machine, I think it needs tweaked. It's not running right, and it's all in pieces. I don't know if that would land. I thought, nah, that's not good enough.
Donald says he's just really glad he's not a turtle. His butt smells bad enough from a yard away.
Oh my goodness.
Simply Wooden Creation says scientists say that the best time to take a nap is between 1 p.m. and 2:30 p.m. because that's when a dip in body temperature makes us feel sleepy.
Oh, so the after lunch hour and a half period. Okay. Interesting.
Well, I've got days and nights mixed up. I don't sleep at night anymore. And then I just nap during the day, now or here, now or there, But yeah, my body clock is all messed up. And this goes clear back to when I was working, because it was easier to get online at night when the internet was not so clogged up. Things ran a lot faster. And I could get my work done online at night. And then when things got busy during the day and things was kind of slowing down and maybe you couldn't get on with certain websites and such as that, then I could just take a nap until things calmed down and, go back. And now,
isn't it horrible that the internet once was like that?
Yeah. And I mean, I haven't worked in 4 years and it's still that way.
Wow. And Dockel found his way in here. Hi, Jim.
Hey, Jim, my brother from another mother. Good to see you.
So we should maybe shout out a few things. We could talk about Russ's show, and then Tracy mentioned a show that she does. We can give a little airtime for that.
Okay, well, why don't you talk about Tracy's show?
Okay, so it's Scrollers Chat, and I believe it conflicts with the All Things YouTube show, Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Okay.
There's something called, I'm sorry, 7:30.
Okay.
So mine starts at 7, theirs starts at 7:30. And it's Tracy and a few other cool people that chat about scroll saw work. And Russ has a show 8 p.m. on Saturdays. Why don't you talk about Russ's show?
Okay, Russ has Simply Wooden Creation show. And if you haven't gone over there and hit the red button and the bell, you're missing out. On Saturday nights, he does a show over there with a panel. Matt and I are on the panel. A whole bunch of other people are on the panel. And we talk about all kinds of woodworking things. And sometimes we don't even talk about woodworking. Sometimes we just get on there and act up. You never know what we're liable to do on Russ's show or what's about to be said. So you need to get over there and check that out. It's at 8 o'clock on Saturday nights. So be sure that you get in there and get in on part of that. Emily Welda, Creative Jewels by Emily, is in the house. She said, guess who showed up in her live earlier? I don't know. I give up. Tell me who. Timmy.
If anyone else has a live stream on a regular basis, let us know and we'll talk about it on air. Oh, 2.5 Acres showed up. I didn't see that. Hello.
Just saw that. I'm glad that you made it in tonight. Thank you for coming. Be sure that you share it and hit the like button.
There's the like button right there.
We appreciate that. Hit that thumbs up.
Slap a like on it. So
that's right.
Slap it.
Oh my. Next week and the week after, I'm going to do giveaways here on the live stream.
Ooh.
I haven't decided how I'm going to do it yet. If I'm just going to have everybody pick a number, or if I'm going to say let's go and pick somebody from making comments on Heifer Havens, or what I'm going to do. So be sure you get them comments in, because I fly by the seat of my pants. All my pants have the seats reinforced.
That's a good protocol to go through life.
You never know what I'm liable to do, or say, or anything. So,
that's wonderful. Thank you in advance. I mean, who doesn't love free stuff? Chat room, do you like free stuff? Oh, hey, look, Portal Woodworks slipped in here too. Hi, Portal.
Glad to have you with us, Portal Woodworks.
It's Mr. David Jones.
That's right. Oh, Emily said Blood X came into her live stream earlier today. Wow. That's great. I haven't seen him in a long time.
He pops up every now and then. I'm like, oh, what's going on? Sometimes by the time I get there, he's not there anymore. He must do 1 minute live streams.
Well, he does these, what do they call them? It's alerts that somebody else is live, and trying to get raids in on their channels and stuff. So he'll just pop up to announce that, and that's it. Jim Dockrell says Saturday is his wife's birthday. Say happy birthday to her loud to get her attention. What's her name? Give me
happy
her name.
Birthday, Jim's wife.
I don't want to say hey you.
We need to.
Frankie said he got free stuff in the mail today.
Billy Burt came back for another show. Hi, Billy. Good to have you here.
Good to see you. Thank you, Russ. Telling everybody, hammer that thumbs up.
Hammer it, slap it. There's no wrong way to do it.
Sally, her name's Sally. Happy birthday, Sally. Happy birthday, Sally. Happy birthday, Sally.
Happy birthday, Sally.
I don't want to get a copyright strike, so I'm not going to sing like a real happy birthday song.
I have the sheet music to happy birthday.
Yeah. Will we get a copyright strike?
I think that one's royalty free now. I think it's more than 80 years old, so there it is.
I made her laugh. Jim says that she's laughing and said thanks. She got a cowbell ring for her birthday. Donald says it's hard to type with pork chop rub on his fingers.
Here it is. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
I won't attempt to play it.
and the audience thanks you for that.
I'm still at a very basic level, but I'm starting to learn Beethoven's Für Elise. It's amazing. It's really hard. Its keys are all over the place.
When are you going to start writing your own concertos?
I have no plans to.
Because, in another 100 years, 200 years, we want people saying, well, I listened to some Mozart today, and I also listened to some Haas.
Well, it's hard enough just to understand music and music theory to create my own. I don't have any aspirations. I'm happy enough doing music that other brilliant people have figured out.
Jim Dockrell says he wants you to play Benny and the Jets.
Couple more years. That's the thing, because I'm doing both hands-on instruction with piano, and I have an app, and the app has all kinds of current music and classics all over. That has rock and jazz, everything. It's a lot of fun. Ralph's Trucking's here. Hello,
hey,
Ralph.
How are you feeling? Are you doing any better? Ralph was sick. He's
Not
working
good.
through being sick.
Oh, that's tough.
Driving that truck and him sick. Lord, I hope you're feeling better. He's not feeling better.
Ooh, he says no. Well, we wish you well quickly.
Yeah, I think about you all the time, Ralph. I see you post there on Facebook, and I think about you and hope that you're going to get well soon. Donald says, music theory isn't that hard. Just remember the H chord sounds like crap with anything else.
There is no H. It's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then it repeats.
The only H I ever knew of when I would play my flute is that people tell me to get the H out of here.
There's a legendary brown note, a note that makes you defecate. They had a South Park episode about it.
Russ says a group of jellyfish is not a herd or a school; it's a flock, or a flock. It's called a smack.
Smack a jellyfish. That's a weird one.
I don't think I'd want to smack a jellyfish. Don't they hurt you?
Yes, they're venomous, poisonous.
Yeah. People step on jellyfish, and the jellyfish stings you, and you're hurting.
Yeah, they say if you urinate on it, it'll relieve the pain, but I think that's an urban legend.
It depends on where it bites you, because it could bite you someplace that you're not able to urinate on it.
Wow. Well, sting you. They sting you.
I mean, if it stings you on the shoulder, how are you going to do that? You better hope you got a friend.
Yeah. No, not. You don't urinate on yourself all the time. You get someone on the beach to whip it out and spray the affected area.
What if you're alone?
Well, I don't know. Just try and do like the mall fountain, the water fountain, and then Tom Spillane is here. Hi, Tom.
You never know what you're going to walk into when you come in on this live stream. We're liable to be talking about anything.
Jim says he's given up drinking for a month. But hey, there you go. A bad punctuation. I'm giving up, comma, drinking for a month. Rim shot. Boom, boom.
He don't drink anymore. He don't drink any less.
Oh, I love it.
Donna said he got smacked once trying to relieve the pain of a bite. She said she hadn't been stung and to quit peeing on
it. Yeah. Oh no, someone stepped on a sea urchin in Jamaica. Told me to soak my foot in pee to get rid of it. Didn't work. Shaking my head. LOL. Wow.
In the meantime, they're laughing at you for doing what they told you to do.
I'll be in Jamaica soon.
Back when I lived in Ohio, I had a friend over there that she had the most immaculate house you ever seen in your life. I called it the Bitter Homes and Gardens house, because it didn't matter what time of day or night or what, when you walked in her house, it looked like something out of a magazine. Well, one day she called me. She had some stuff over there she wanted me to pick up from her. So I drive over to her house and I ring the bell and she doesn't answer. And I'm thinking, well, where is she? And so I step around the house to see if she's in the backyard, because I knew she spent a lot of time out there sunning herself. And when I get to the backyard, she is in the backyard on her hands and knees with a vacuum cleaner vacuuming the yard.
What?
I kid you not.
There's no excuse for that.
I walk up to her. I can't believe my eyes. So you can just imagine, I'm walking up to her like this, all bug-eyed, and I get up there to her, and I tapped her on the shoulder like to scare her out of her mind, and she jumps up, and I said, "What are you doing?" And she says, "Well, I'm vacuuming the yard." She said, "We was out here earlier and did some gardening, and I had some sand and it got down the grass. They say if the sand gets in your grass, it'll kill it. And so I'm getting the sand up out of the yard."
No.
And I said, "Who told you that?" And she says, "Well, the neighbors over there told me." And I said, "Do you know that they are over there videotaping you on your hands and knees out here vacuuming the yard so that they can turn it in on America's Funniest Videos and make $10,000?
Crazy. Mr. Cool's here from What's Up in Pro Wrestling. Host Mr. Cool, welcome.
Glad to see you, Mr. Cool.
I shared this on screen because this is done. This is a king, I think, and he's from Jamaica. And this is a little carving of King Dunn. And then there's a waterfall in Jamaica that's very popular. It's like a step down one, and you can walk up it, because it's like a stair. Anyway. Jamaica, right there. That's what he looks like, sort of. Okay. I got his wife too. This is his wife. Of course, I was shaken down for these. I almost got stabbed trying to purchase these because the guy was changing the price on me. I held to the original price, and he was none too happy. But what else do I want to say? What's going on here in the chat?
Well, it says research conducted at the University of Vienna suggests that yawning may play an essential role in cooling our brains.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I thought it was just stretching your jaw.
People aren't really sure, but it's contagious. Like someone does it, someone else does it. Mm-hmm. They think there's something happening we have 5 senses. They think maybe there's like a 6th, like it kind of happens at that level.
Well, I think there is like a 6th sense. They talk about the third eye, and you pick up vibrations from people, and a lot of empaths pick up a lot of energy, both good and bad energy from people.
Well, you can tell when someone's looking at you. You're ever driving and you look over and someone's staring right at you, and you knew that someone was over there. Like something's happening for sure.
When I catch people doing that, I give them a unicorn.
Do I want to ask? Is that like can't hear it, turn it up? What was the line on Breakfast Club? It was such an obscene finger gesture from a pristine lady. Bender,
how you doing? You wanting to look at something?
I like this one.
Oh, I've had people ask me, why do you keep your nails done so nice? And I said, well, I always want to look nice when,
Oh, yeah, here comes. I want to know about the unicorn. I think we're like a minute behind on chat, like delay, not delay, but buffering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, Tracy said the doctor says it's a lack of oxygen to your brain.
Yeah, I thought that was a urban legend, or maybe it's partial. I think there's more to it. Who knows? I'm letting that one through.
Yeah, I was going to hit it. I couldn't get the mouse to go to it. Mouse getting stubborn, working between 2 screens.
We think alike, Brenda. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Emily says it's the 1 finger salute. That was the Clampetts thing.
Oh, right.
Howdy! They be driving down the interstate there in Beverly Hills, and somebody give them the 1 finger salute. I said, looky there, they're welcoming us to California.
Wow. Interesting fact from Simply Wooden Creations: fleas are among the world's best jumpers. Yeah. University of Cambridge. They can spring up to 7 vertical inches, more than 80 times their height. There was a comic book, and then a cartoon, and then a live action show called The Tick. And he could jump all the way across the city. And
yeah, those fleas are good jumpers. I try to keep them off the dogs as much as possible. I flea treat them, put flea collars on them, and I got flea powder and flea spray and all kinds of stuff. I don't want no fleas in here. Years and years ago, I had an issue with my dogs getting fleas on them. I was about ready to burn the house down. It seemed like no matter what I used, fleas just kept getting bigger. It was like I was giving them flea fertilizer. And after I got rid of them from that episode, I have been an advocate on anything to do with fleas. We're going to keep them out of here. We're not going to have that stuff going on. Last year was a bad year for fleas because we had so much rain in the early spring. So you had to stay on top of that constantly. But yeah, not having no fleas in my house.
No, we don't have problems with that. Now, our dog, I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but our dog, I'm told, doesn't have fur. The dog has hair. I don't know if that's a flea deterrent or not, but
no, it doesn't make any difference.
Doesn't make any difference. Well, we don't have, she doesn't have fleas, which is
one of the worst. Well, there's 2 of the worst things about getting fleas in your yard are cats and squirrels, because cats are little flea magnets. And so are squirrels. They're so low to the ground. And then you get them in your yard. And since fleas are such good jumpers, they jump off of the animal into your yard. And then your dog goes out and the fleas get on your dog. And we have feral cats all over this neighborhood, and the squirrels. Oh, good Lord.
I remember my one friend, the neighbor was spraying bug spray in the yard. and was inching closer to the edge of the property, and you could see all the fleas jumping ahead of the guy walking. And I'm like, oh no, you better spray yours too, because their dog, ended up getting lots of fleas. It was a shame.
Yeah. If you spray in your house for fleas, you have to spray every room because they'll go underneath the doors. They'll go behind the woodwork. They will hide from that spray until the spray dies down enough that they could come back out. And then you got the problem again. And they're laying eggs behind the woodwork and in that room that they've gone to.
Now, will chickens eat them, or are they too small for chickens?
They're too small for chickens.
I know chickens will eat ticks, won't they?
Yeah.
They eat a lot of ticks.
Yeah, and guineas. Guineas are great for taking out the ticks.
I don't know what that is.
Ticks and mice. Guinea is well, they're the ones that have the spotted feathers on them. They're generally there's a whole bunch of different colors, but you generally see them as black and white or gray and white.
Is it a type of chicken?
Yeah, it's a type of poultry.
Okay.
And they have a real loud call. A lot of people don't like them because of the call that they have. I love the call. Used to drive my neighbors nuts, but I loved the call. It sounded like a symphony to me, but people that ain't used to it, they just kind of go crazy. Yeah, I saw that. David put in $5 and I greatly appreciate that. That any super chat money that you put in here goes toward the channel, and it goes toward the postage for the giveaways that I do here on the channel.
Thank you, David.
I'm on Social Security, fixed income. So, that money goes to pay my bills. And I need extra money if I'm going to do these giveaways. So the money you put in on the super chat goes toward getting these goodies out to you. And when I do this, everybody has a really good chance of winning something. Especially if I say leave comments on a video. If you show up in my live stream, one of my rules is you have to be present to win. Because I'm not going to try to chase somebody down that's not coming to my videos. You have to be present to win. And if you show up for the video, you make comments on my other videos, you run a really good shot at winning. So, if you throw a few bucks into the pot to help me get the postage out, it's a help for you as well.
You have to read what David wrote on his super chat.
Yeah, he says, do you have fleas?
You got more has fleas. No fleas here, thank goodness. Oh, Donald's got to run. Thanks for stopping by, Donald.
I'd like to see that.
See what?
Donald run. That'd be worth making a video of.
I bet it doesn't happen often, but when it does, people probably get out of his way. That's just what I think. I don't know why I think that. I just kind of think that.
Donald, can you do a video of you running like between the house and the shed out there or something? Put it up. Maybe he already ran off.
Maybe.
Oh.
Yeah, something moved on my screen, took my attention away. I don't know what it was.
Well, Simply Wooden Creations says the ashes of Frederick Bauer created the iconic Pringles can in 1966, found his eternal resting place in one when he died in 2008. His remains are in the original flavor can.
Wow, check that out.
Wouldn't you hate to open up that can thinking it had Pringles in it and go to pour it out and it ashes in your hand?
Not be fun. Not be fun at all.
You reckon it's sealed up? I think I'd be putting like some of that 2P10 stuff around the top of that lid.
Love me that 2P10 adhesive. Good stuff.
Or getting some spackle. Spackle that sucker shut.
Someone was telling me about the Pringles can. There was a vlog on YouTube. I don't know who it was. It wasn't Mark Rober, but they had a contest. They was like, here's $3. Go to CVS, buy material, and we're going to do the egg drop challenge, where whatever you try and protect an egg and keep it from cracking.
Right.
And the one guy bought a can of Pringles, and that was it. But he used the super long register receipt that they give you from CVS because it's always a mile long,
Right.
crumpled it up as padding, put it in the Pringles can, and he won the contest because it was the receipt from the store that saved. Anyway, I thought that was funny.
Yeah, I learned a long time ago, trying to ship anything glass, you use a really big box, and then you pad the hell out of it, and you nest the glass item in the middle so that it is totally surrounded by your bubble wrap and your paper and everything that it takes to wrap that. It's called nesting. You nest that item in the middle, and then you have them at the post office market, fragile, all over the place. That doesn't necessarily mean anything because I think there are some postal workers that can't read. I really believe some of them are illiterate. And so, they don't pay any attention to labels or anything, and they take the truck and they run over your package and.
No, it's true. It's true. They beat those packages up for sure.
Yeah. I have sent things that I have marked fragile, and people send me the picture when it gets to them, and it actually looks like it has been run over by a truck.
Oh, man. Do that multiple times. Put that box, as you've described, in another box with padding. That's even better.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. Jim Docker says, I cut my last piece of walnut to the wrong size. Caught it on the video, too. It may just make the video I publish. Well, you measure twice, cut once. The funniest cutting story that I have is when I had a whole bunch of the amateur radio operators come over, and they were going to make some antennas. And in order to make these antennas, they had the plans and everything, and they needed this copper wire, and they needed to cut the roll of copper wire to specific lengths for this antenna. So I cut them down into 3 teams. And I, sent them out to different parts of the yard so that, they could get this out and they could measure it out and, not be in each other's way and all. And so they get out there and they're measuring it all out. And I gave them a little bit. And then I went out and I went checking to see, how they were each doing with their stuff. And the first team, well, they was coming along pretty good. It looked good. Go to the second team. Now that looks pretty good. I get to the third team, which was a fella that had just graduated high school. Okay, so he wasn't a little kid. That he graduated, he's 18, and a grown man that's up in his upper 40s. So he's been around a day or two. He should know what he's doing. And I look at this, and this something ain't right. I'm like, what's wrong with this? And I looked, and I said, get that measuring tape out. Let's measure this wire. And so we measure the wire, and the wire they cut however many strips of it that they were supposed to have, but all of them was short. And I said, how did this wire all end up this short? You got the directions here that tell you how long you're supposed to cut this wire. I said, so what happened here?
What was the reasoning?
Yeah, let's pull this tape out. Let's go to measuring this and see what's going on with this wire. When it was all said and done, they was measuring 10 inches to the foot.
It's 12. It should be nice and dark on the 12, to indicate that that's the stop.
They weren't paying no attention to where it said foot measurements on the tape.
Oh, man.
And they was measuring 10 inches to the foot. A grown man with a family and a kid that just graduated high school don't know that there's 12 inches to a foot. Seriously.
Crazy.
Crazy. Let's see here. What else we got going on?
Yeah, we're kind of behind on the chat.
Frankie says, years ago, my grandpa got fancy treadmill, put TV in front of it to watch his fishing VCR tapes. He lost 100 pounds a little over a month. They thought he was sick. He told them he forgets to stop walk.
He forgets to stop walking. He just keeps walking while he watches.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, I mean, it's easy to do that. You lose track of time when you're watching something on TV.
I put my phone on the treadmill. I have a treadmill at the house. And
I have been crocheting and watching TV, and it's hard to pay attention if you got an intricate pattern that you have to change colors or change stitches or something ever so often if you're watching TV, because you're concentrating on what's going on the TV and not how many stitches. So I have to do something that's just like a straight stitch, going and until I get to the end of the row and then turn it and go back and whatever. I can't do intricate stitches when I'm concentrating on the TV.
He says 6 hours a day, sometimes more, Frankie commented. Wow.
Nathan T just blogged this, is in the house. Good to see you, Nathan. Hope everything's going well with you.
Oh, I missed you, Nathan. Nathan, I didn't see you come in. Hi, welcome
Just
to the
stopped in
show.
real quick. He's at work, can't stay. Give you a big thumbs up. Have a great stream. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Nathan. So Jim Dockrell says sorting machines can't read fragile stickers. Yeah, but the person that puts them on the sorting machine ought to be able to read the sticker.
Yeah.
Cut twice, and both pieces were too small.
I cut a board too short. I was putting a frame together, and I'm like, "Uh-oh, this one's hanging in the wind." 3/4 of an inch too short. I don't know what happened. Don't know what happened.
Russ says, tiny tuxedo birds we know and love today used to be the size of a high school linebacker. Evidence that extinct penguins once stood close to 6 feet tall and weighed 200 pounds.
Penguins can get big. Mm-hmm. I mean, you think they're only this big, but they're not. They come up to your waist or higher.
Yeah. Frankie said that his what was it? His dad? No, his grandpa. His grandpa walked 6 hours a day, sometimes more.
Yeah, on the treadmill.
That's good for you to do that much walking. I can't do that anymore. My knees just barely work. You get old and joints start freezing up, and you get arthritis and get all messed up. It's hard to move.
I get on. I don't go fast. I keep it at a 7-degree incline because it's sort of easier for me to walk uphill. I think I don't less stress. Maybe it's just in my head, but that's what I like. And I pop on YouTube and I just go.
Well, the thing that keeps me even moving at all is I have one of those cubies. I don't know if you've ever seen them. It's kind of a bicycle thing that sits in front of your chair, has pedal. Well, not really even pedals. It has these step things you put your feet on, and it kind of pedals as you go. And it's supposed to be low impact for people with arthritis, to try to keep your joints moving. And I do that every day. So that keeps me a little bit mobile, so that I can keep going and not be wheelchair bound. But yeah,
probably helps with blood clots maybe. Make sure you don't get blood clots.
Well, it's more for the joints.
Okay.
It works your ankles, your knees, and your hips, to keep your joints from freezing up on you. But yeah, I don't want to end up in a wheelchair if I don't have to. I mean, eventually it's probably going to be inevitable, the rate I'm going, but I try to keep somewhat mobile. I see these people get on these little carts at the grocery store, and I know there's some people that absolutely have to have that. I'm trying to refuse to give up. When I go to the grocery store, I walk through there. I may have to hang on to the cart to do it, but I try to stay off of them little cars. I had a lady, I don't know if I ever told you this. I was going into the store one day, and there's a lady in the parking lot, and she had just come out on one of them scooters and put her groceries in her car. And she looks at me. She's just picked up her cane off the cart, off this scooter, and she says, "Could you take this scooter back in for me?" And I said, "I've never rode on one of them things. I don't know how they work." And she said, "Oh, it's simple." Said, "You just get on there, and you push the handle, or whatever it is you do, to make it go forward."
Yeah.
And I said, "Well, how do you back it up?" And there was something else you had to do to back it up. I forget what that was. And so I said, "Well, I'll give it a shot. I'll see what I can do." And I got on that thing. The first thing I did was darn near run over her. She's poor thing. She got her cane and she's trying to get the heck out of my way. I said, "You better stand clear. I don't know how I'm going to do on this." She finally gets out of my way, and I take off on this thing, and I get up to the store, and the doors go open when I trip the trigger, and I get in there and run into the wall.
Brenda, what are we going to do with you, Brenda? My goodness.
There's a lady sitting on a bench inside the door in there when I run into the wall, and she's looking at me like, "What the hell just took place here?" And I looked at her and I'm laughing, and I said, "This is my first time on one of these things."
Stay away.
And I got off of it and abandoned it right there in the lobby.
You need to get licensed. You need to go through a test and pass your scooter driver's license.
I was Calamity Jane on a scooter.
Oh my goodness.
About to tear the Walmart down. They thought that the bull in the china shop just got loose.
Russ has a interesting fact. The slinky was created by accident. A naval engineer was trying to create a spring that could stabilize equipment on boats in choppy water. And the slinky, fun, it's a wonderful toy. Slinky, fun for a girl or a boy.
Used to play them things up and down the stairs all the time when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Love to get them things for Christmas. Chase them up.
Matthias Wandel made the slinkification machine, which was a step on a conveyor belt and had a slinky on it. And the slinky was perpetually walking down the step because the step kept going around. And he said straight up, he's like, look, I knew this video and this engineering task would catch eyeballs. I did it all for the clicks. Because who doesn't want to see an infinite slinky machine? I mean, it was really cool.
Yeah. And the thing is, that used to just fascinate us when we were kids.
I know, right?
And now you can't get a kid interested in something like that for all 10 China. They're too busy wanting video games and, all that crazy stuff. And we love the little engineering stuff. The what do they call them? Lincoln logs,
erector sets. Yeah.
And the what's them other ones called?
Legos.
Legos.
Yeah, they're still around.
When you step on them things that kill your feet.
4Ks We Love Rain is here. Hello.
Glad to have you with us. Thanks for joining. Hit that share button, hit that like button, bring all your friends. It's all about the networking.
Speaking of that, when we were young, we only had stuff. There was an SNL skit where there was an old curmudgeon and he was yelling at all the kids. And he's like, fun wasn't invented when I was a kid. He says, we just stared into the sun till our eyeballs burst into flames. And that was fun. And we liked it.
We play with boxes. Just empty boxes. We make little stores out of them and stuff, and use rocks as our money source. Play store. Dad used to build me little playhouses with straw from the barn. He'd stack up straw bales and put some boards across the top of it and set some straw on top of it. And you had your little playhouse to play in.
Boom! Instant fun.
Take some dolls out there, some teddy bears or something, and have a little tea party.
See, Iron Firehorse is confirming he had some run-ins with folks at Walmart in the scooter walkers. Yeah.
The ones that really get on my nerves, though, no offense, Matt, but are men in a grocery store. I never seen anybody in my life that did not know how to run carts as men in grocery stores.
I don't know what the problem is. I run the carts just fine.
On the wrong side of the aisles. Stop in the middle of the aisle. They think nobody else is around them. And if they have kids with them, oh my God. They can never make the kids mind. The kids are always running rampant.
When I'm there, I want to go to where I'm going in a straight line, unimpeded. And when I can't do that, I'm the opposite.
Men are hitting your heels as you going down the aisles and come down through there, not paying no attention to what they're doing.
If I can squeeze by with 1 inch clearance, boom, right, I even say, excuse me, just boom, if I know I'm not going to impact, even though it's very close. I'll just.
And if they get in front of you at the deli, they can't make up their mind what they want. Instead of knowing what you want, you go up there, you make up your mind what you want, then you get the ticket.
Well, the deli now, you can order it. It's got the punch screen where you punch it in.
Not at our little country place out here. You're in the big city. We don't have things like that here.
Central Pennsylvania is a thriving metropolis.
That's right. Where I'm at, in Amish territory, you bet you. But yeah, you figure out what you want, then you get the ticket. And when it gets to be your turn, you tell the person what you want and move on. You don't stand there about, I don't know. Would you give me a sample of this? Maybe a sample of that. Let me try this. Well, I think maybe I'd like a half a pound of that. No, change that to a pound. Make up your mind.
As society advances, they remove your need to interact with other people. Touch screen, ticket, and then bing, it comes up. And then they even have a special place where they put your order. You don't have to talk to anyone. And same thing with, did you ever take an Uber? There's no speaking involved. You all on the computer, car pulls up, get in, takes you where you want to go.
There's a problem with that. And I've seen it on Facebook where they tell you that when the Uber driver gets there, make sure that it's the same name that you've been given on your phone before you get in that car. Make sure that the lock, the childproof lock, is not set on that back door so that if you have to get out of that car, you can get out of that car.
That's a good, yeah.
Because if people know that you're waiting for an Uber and they mean you ill will, and they pull up and kidnap you.
Yeah. Well, Uber will tell you that the car, the color, the license plate, and the driver's photo and the driver's name.
Okay.
So yeah, you can, but like, you're drunk rolling out of a club, you get in the back and then sit down, don't say a word, and then he stops in front of your house, open the door and get out. No tipping involved.
Or you are never seen again. Now, here in our town, we have a taxi service, but on the side of the car, it says, it's printed on the side of the car that so-and-so's taxi service. So you know that when they show up, that's
a lot of Ubers will have a thing in the window that says Uber or Lyft or Uber and Lyft. My buddy started doing it for funsies and extra beer money.
I would even be wary of something in the window because those can be reproduced. Everybody has a printer.
What's Frankie saying? You can call you call Uber, come out with something in plastic size of a body with red paint on it. Oh no, pop it in the trunk. Yeah.
Or the cop stops you because you're in a carpool lane and it's just you in the car, and they say, "Hey, you're just one person in the car," and you said, "Boy, you're really going to be embarrassed when I pop the trunk."
Oh. Messing with cops. That should be another repeating show on your channel.
Well, I don't know. Everybody seems to be pretty happy with Ever Haven. All the advice that Ever Haven gives out on there.
How many have you done now? 200?
214.
That's insane.
214.
No one can say you're not trying.
Never run out of free advice. Always have free advice.
Works hard for MK3. Hello.
Hey, good to see you. Glad you came. Setting off some sparklers there for New Year's.
Like that. We like that.
Iron Firehorse says we had a guy with a mannequin in the car in one of those lanes, laughing out loud. Some people, ha ha. Yeah, well, that used to be a big thing, to put a mannequin in the car for driving in the carpool lanes.
We would always, if we were the passenger and we were in one of those lanes, we always make sure, like, take your hat off, put it, like, do some sort of motion just to make sure no one thinks you. Not that you have to. It's just something you felt compelled to do. Because
talking about the mannequin reminds me of something that I wanted to bring up here on the show. I hope somebody can help me out with this. I am looking for a mannequin leg.
Oh.
I need a leg from a mannequin. And I want to make a lamp for my friend C-Dubs. One of those leg lamps, but it doesn't need to be, the fancy lady leg or nothing. Just a leg from a mannequin to make a lamp out of. And I'm going to call it the C-Dubs Christmas lamp because she burnt her leg last Christmas out there in the desert when she was camping. She's healing up pretty good. She's doing much better now than she was doing. But yeah, I want to make her an honorary C-Dubs Christmas lamp.
You should put red LEDs around the calf area, internal, and then light them up. Hopefully they bleed through the plastic. So it's as if, she's burned her leg. Little creative tip for you there.
Yeah. But yeah, we need to fix something up for C-Dubs, but I need the mannequin leg. I can come up with the lampshade and the wiring and everything that I need, but I need the leg.
Look at Jim teasing me in the chat there. Come on, Jim, now. Come on.
It's like, Maddie, could you do that trick?
No, don't. Where's the timeout button? Where's our mods? Do we have mods in the house? Oh, hey, I have a wrench.
I like that you did the trick. Make that on a video. Which channel would you put that one on?
Awesome fun things.
Works hard for MK3 says, hope you all are having a great week. Well, it would be better if it was summer. It would be a little bit warmer, but I shouldn't complain because it's still warm for this time of year here in Indiana. Ice storm coming in tonight, which kind of killed the week, but hey, we've had worse, winter of 78, we had snow up over top our heads.
83 was 4 foot, Pennsylvania.
And a great blizzard of 78 here in the Midwest had everybody snowed in for over a week. It was, I forget how many feet of snow it was, but it shut the Midwest down totally. Shut it down. My dad was snowed out. He was trying to get home from work when it hit. He snowed out for about 4 or 5 days from being able to get home. And it was so cold. It killed most of the livestock. Horrible conditions.
Yeah, not good. Not good. No, my week's going good. I fixed something around the house. I have a generator because sometimes I always have a fear if it's raining and the sump pumps are working and the power goes out, it's going to flood, because the sump pumps need electricity. So anyway, so once a year or so, I turn it on, make sure it's running. Wouldn't start. Battery's dead. I'm like, great. So I ordered a battery. It took 4 days to get here. Installed the battery. Turn it on. It will not turn over. So I'm like, what could be wrong? So what I did is I took the air filter out and I got that spray can with that starter stuff. I don't know what it's magical fluid as far as I'm concerned. Ether. I sprayed it in the carburetor, put everything back on. Wham! Fired right up. I was like, yes. Because I was watching how to tear apart the carburetor and make sure things aren't, clogged and all the little intakes and stuff. I'm like, I don't want to tear this thing apart. And I'm like, let me try some of this spray that my wife's dad gave us. He gave us a lawnmower, and you had to do that trick in order to get it to work. Did that for a couple weeks.
I grew up on a farm, and every farm girl knows about using ether on the tractor engines, or you driving an old beater truck or something, you got to have some ether. So yeah, we always had that stuff sitting around to.
It's amazing that it works. I mean, why does the engine not work and then you have to do that to solve it? Like, what is causing it not to turn over?
I never went that far. I just wanted to know what will fix it and get it going.
Yeah.
Spray this magic fluid in there and poof, it starts running.
It is magic fluid. It says it's spray 2 seconds or 3 seconds, but it says do not spray more than 3 seconds. So I was like 1, 2.5. Glitzy Games is here. Hi, Glitzy Games.
Hey, Glitzy Games, good to see you. Iron Firehorse says it's storming here, but freezing rain, then hail, then snow. We're supposed to stay off the roads unless it's essential. That's what they're telling us here in Indiana tomorrow.
What is that coming my way? Because whatever you get in Indiana, we get in Pennsylvania shortly thereafter.
Well, if you're lucky, it'll miss you. I'm on the south end of it. It's northern Indiana, but when I looked at the map today, it's me and just a little bit south of me.
Sunny on Friday and freezing rain on Saturday.
Okay, so it's going to be your way there Saturday then.
Seems like an awful long time to get here.
Yeah, it's a slow mover. But yeah, they're saying that here on Saturday, it's going to warm up above freezing. So they're hoping that most of that will melt off and we can get things back to normal by first of the week. Short-lived little storm. And Iron Firehorse is in Ontario. So yeah, this is a kind of a northern deal, but maybe it's sliding a little bit south if it's going to get you. Now, I'm hoping that when I win that Powerball jackpot and I move to Knoxville, I don't have to worry about those things.
Large sums of cash will make you not worry about a lot of things.
That's right.
Or
Yeah.
you can pay your way out of worrying.
Well, Knoxville's far enough south that it's kind of a moderate temperature there, not too hot, not too cold. And they get a little bit of snow, but it doesn't amount to a whole lot. Maximum is like 6 inches of snow per winter. And yeah, compared to up here in Indiana, 6 inches of snow, I could deal with that, because that means you're just going to get a little skip of snow every once in a while. It's not going to, be anything major.
Are you far enough in that you don't deal with that many hurricanes?
That's right. Yeah. You don't have that kind of issue to deal with. You might, if a hurricane comes through, you might get a little bit of wind and rain from it, but it's not going to be enough to cause big disturbance.
Where Shane and Shelley from? They
North
had
Dakota.
Yeah, they had a meme. They're like, we don't get hurricanes here.
Yep.
They get snow.
They get snow out the wazoo.
Yeah, but they're like, thank God we don't get hurricanes, which is good. No one likes the hurricanes.
Yeah,
they're not good for anything. But
I was looking here at the chat. Jim Dockrell said that he's up in Canada. He says snow squalls here today, just north of London, Ontario, Canada.
Gotcha. Isn't Ontario really far down south? Is that in between New York and?
I don't know my Canada geography all that well. I know where Canada is.
Of course.
I know where Nova Scotia and Toronto are, because I've had friends that have lived in both places. But other than that, I'm not big on my Canadian geography.
Right now. London, Ontario, Canada. Here we go.
Farmall Fanatics in the house.
Hey, Farmall.
Boom.
Welcome back. Yeah.
That's
Farmall. Where it is. Yeah, it's in between Michigan and New York. Very, very, very south as far as Canada goes.
Since there's been some new ones come in, I'll announce again next week and the week after. I'm going to be doing some giveaways here on the live stream. Must be present to win. I'm not sure how exactly I'm going to do it yet, but be sure you get your comments in on my videos, because we may pick videos to pull names off of, or I may just have you pick a number, or who knows what I'm liable to do. But for the next 2 weeks, we'll do some giveaways. So be sure that you check back in on Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Mark your calendars. Hit that bell.
That's when we're here,
so that you are aware that we're doing shows. I try to send out as many notifications as I possibly can. I even run up to the truck stop and write it on the bathroom wall. And I don't want to be the best kept secret on the internet.
So you think she's kidding, but she's not kidding.
Go up to the Walmart and stick the card up there on the bulletin board. Invite everybody.
What day and time? Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
That's right.
How far north, Barney? Perry Sound? Sunbury? Timinus? Lots of chat conversations happening. We like that.
Talking about their towns up there in Canadidia.
Someone called it Canadistan. Yeah, I was talking about healthcare, and they're like, "Come to Canadistan. It's free, but you have to wait 2 years to see someone." Oh, speaking of the health update with Matt, so I thought I had 8 invoices for my emergency room stay.
Yeah.
Well, a 9th invoice showed up from one of my wife's older appointments. So just there's all this medical debt. It just keeps getting more and more and more. Like,
but doesn't your insurance cover some of them?
Yeah, but you still got to pay 20% of it after you shell out the hundreds of dollars you have in your deductible. So yeah, no, my bill was around $15,000, but I owe like 2,300 of it or something like that. But what they actually, the insurance company paid, it's insane. Welcome more monthly payments to the Haas house.
Tracy said she just got done paying 20% of a $40,000 procedure.
Oh man. Not good. Not good. Sorry to hear that, Tracy. That sucks.
$8,000 right there. That's a lot of dough, Ray me. She better be getting a lottery ticket.
Man, I could use it. I could use it.
I'll tell you what, if I don't win, I'd love for somebody I know to win. I'd be so pleased for them. And I would hope that since I'm the one that brought it up and I'm the one that encouraged them to get the ticket, that they take care of me a little bit. I'd hope that they would.
They throw a couple thousand your way.
Help me out just a little bit. I'm on fixed income, for crying out loud. And, I encourage everybody. I try to help everybody as much as I can. So I'd like to think that they could help me out a little bit if they were to win that jackpot. I mean, you're winning cash out $107 million or something. You could help an old lady out a little bit.
Tracy says, since 2014, she was paying off that debt. That's the thing. You got 30 days by the time that invoice to pay it in full, or you get on or get on a payment plan or do something. If you ignore that payment, you're in collections.
But as long as you are making a payment on it every month,
right?
They can't run you into the poorhouse.
But you just can't put it in a drawer and forget about
it.
That's right. That don't fly.
Yeah. You have to make some kind of a goodwill gesture every month to be paying on it and show that you're serious about trying to get it taken care of.
Yeah. Sucks.
But yeah, I would encourage everybody to get a lottery ticket for Saturday night for the Powerball, because that's a lot of money right there. You could help yourself for the rest of your life and be able to do a lot of good with that money. Oh, bless your heart, Tracy. She's telling everybody I'm a good person. I appreciate that. I try to be.
Yeah.
I make a better friend than I do an adversary. Just ask people that have pissed me off.
Don't make Brenda angry. You wouldn't like her when she's angry.
I have ways of getting even that you've never dreamed of. I can be very creative. I've always prided myself in that. And whether it is in crafts or woodworking or getting even, I can be very creative.
Yeah, you'll be like, here's the tears of my enemy. Oh, it's delicious. Russ Meadows is here. Hi, Russ.
Hey, Russ Meadows. Good to see you. Hope everything's going well for you in Texas tonight. Russ says, sneezing sounds different around the world. English tend to say achoo. French-speaking countries similar sounding achom. Germans say hachi. And Japanese say hakshon.
Wow.
I don't know what I'd say. I don't think I say anything. I think I just make a really loud noise.
Me too. Tracy needs help with her logo. Uh-oh. I think she's asking me for help. I tend to help with line art issues, not creative work. But if you had a document or file that needed some help, I could help with that. But I don't have time to do creative type work, coming up with logos.
Yeah, it's like with my logo, I gave him what I had, and he moved it just a little bit here and there to make the dragon look a little bit more like a G.
Yeah, I tweaked it.
He can tweak them.
I made the spikes better, more uniform, and made it look like a G more. And then did the typography below and the slogan.
So if you got something already made up and just need it tweaked, he can probably help you with that. Iron Firehorse says the 401 is in Toronto. You're coming back way.
They're giving directions on how to get somewhere.
Okay. They're trying to get around up there in Canada.
Stand.
Yeah, she said that's what she needs. So there you go.
All right. Well, then show me what you got.
I've had men say that to me all my life.
You show me yours, I'll show you mine.
One guy one day, I said, you know, you look a lot like my fourth husband. He said, how many times you been married? I said, 3. Yeah, she said she has the heart. She just needs it moved into a circle instead of line letters.
Yep. Sounds like something right up my alley. I'm doing something creative in Illustrator.
You are?
Yeah. Can kind of show you if you want.
All right.
So let me get this going here.
Russ is leaving. Good night, Russ. We'll see you Saturday night over there on your channel. I'll try not to be late this time like I was last week. I mean, I wasn't really late. I just showed up a little past when I normally get in there. But
so this
I had them all in a panic.
Do you know who this is? This is Beethoven.
Yeah.
So I thought it would be fun to do a rendering of him, and then I whoops. Then so I started to do like a stylized portrait of him, and then I found this piece of art, but I didn't quite like it. It wasn't quite perfect, so I let me unlock here. So you see his eyes are closed, and this, what is this, an ascot or ascot or whatever he's wearing there? It wasn't.
Like he's got some kind of a scarf there underneath his collar.
Yeah, yeah. It didn't look, this caricature. It didn't look right, so I redid that, and I redid the eyes.
Yeah.
And anyway, I think I'm going to make this in my workshop, either out of acrylic or maybe wood. I don't know. So I don't know. Just having fun with. I bring that up because Tracy needs help with her. I would use that program to help with her logo. So.
You could turn that into scroll pattern too.
Well, maybe. I tried to do a rendering of it that would be a scroll saw pattern, but here, I put up on screen again. But I couldn't quite get it to look right because there's a lot of even 50% gray.
Oh, okay.
And you need a lot of like light and dark contrast. I couldn't quite pull it to the point. So I'm thinking maybe this would be like, what do they call it? The decoupage? Or, with different, like each color would be a different block of wood that would fit in.
Oh gosh, I'm trying to think what they call that. Somebody out there in the chat help us with that, where you put the different colors of wood together to make the
decoupage, I think.
No, decoupage is where you take paper and you glue different colors of paper onto a surface, and you put many layers of glue on top of it.
Intarsia, there it is.
Yeah.
Russ, Intarsia. That's what I'm thinking of doing.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be cool.
Intarsia. Okay, got Intarsia gradient. Yeah. So I figure, first I got to get it done in the computer and get everything, get the shapes right. So I could either send it to the CNC machine or do it on the scroll saw and piece it together. But it wouldn't be one of those like high contrast scroll saw pieces. It would be a different type of, anyway, that's what I'm thinking of.
I'm looking forward to the Maker's Rock.
Yeah.
I got my project done. So all I got to do is get my film put together and get my description. I got to get over there at the website and get everybody that's participating. Has everybody signed up that's going to sign up for it, you reckon?
Well, we've got, I think we've got a bunch of people.
Tell them a little bit about what Maker's Rock is for anybody that might be tuned in that don't know what it is.
Maker's Rock is a challenge you do in a workshop or craft shop where you make an album cover out of any material you want. you know, a 12 by 12 vinyl record album. So you take the art of an album and you recreate it, and we all publish it on the same day on YouTube, and we all promote other participants. So it's like a promotion thing. It all happens all in one day. And you can see who's making what here. So let's see who signed up.
We all give our artwork away.
9. There's 9. Only 9 people are in it this year. Hey, Javi joined the fun. He just got on here the 14th a couple days ago. Look at that. Mm-hmm. Joe Charles Deering's here. Steve Carmichael's back again. Steve Carmichael has done Makers Rock every year. I think this is year 5, 4. Anyway, I'm trying to get a hold of Roberto. He's not an English speaker. Christopher Smith, he's from, I know this is probably so small you can't even see it. Myself, yeah, AJ's been doing it forever too. He might have done all of them, or all but the first one, I think. AJ's been a big Makers Rock.
Al isn't signed up?
No, I know he's still doing his bed.
No, you got the bed done.
He's got the bed done. Well, he might. He's super busy though. School's happening now, and
yeah, he was doing school tonight. That's why he's not here. But he ought to be signed up for this.
But what you do is you go to makersrock.com. Let me put that in the chat.
Iron Fire Horse is leaving. You have a good evening. Thank you for coming. Hope to see you back next week. Drawing next week or giveaway. And let's see.
Free stuff.
Yeah, Dave Hart said he won the AC/DC cover last year. I won some artwork from Al last year.
It's fun. And now and you give away what you make. You hold a contest. I mean, what's better for YouTube promotion is other people telling people to go to your channel because we promote the other participants, and giveaways. So it combines both of those things.
Yep.
It's a very powerful way to boost yourself on YouTube. All things YouTube. Did you see it right there? Yep.
And Jim Docker says no one's done the White Album by the Beatles yet. Well, Jim, there's your project.
Well, my hope is to get my CNC machine built and up and running, and then build the project with my CNC machine. It's a tall order because I've already burned through almost all of January, and I got to get on it. And some of the parts got to come from China, so that's a couple weeks to get.
And the projects need to be done by
12 of March 10, Thursday, March 10. No.
March 1st, right? Because that's when you want the videos up, and then the 10th we give them away.
10th is the giveaway, yeah.
Okay, so the videos go up on how we made them March 1st.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, there's a promo. This is a minor point, but a week before we publish, we all do a little promo video, and that's one shout out. And then March 10, everyone publishes, and then there's a second shout out to other people in the group. And like I said, some of these participants they've got big channels. They've got a lot of audience, so they can send a lot of traffic your way. But that's just part of the fun. And it's fun. It's fun. There's a secret Facebook group you get invited to. We all kind of share our progress along the way. It's a collaboration.
I don't think I'm in that group.
Yeah. I invited you.
Am I in there?
You're in.
I haven't seen anything out of y'all.
We've been posting.
Is it the quietest group on Facebook?
Well, it's sort of
so secret that you don't even tell each other what you have to say.
It heats up when we start having stuff to. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, you're in. See, look. Can you see? I have it shared. There you are.
Okay. All right. But it's so secret that you don't even tell each other what you're saying.
I'll do it here. Brenda forgot she was in this group.
That's right. Because I've not heard nothing out of y'all.
I've been posting stuff, and when new members come in, here, I'll do it. Here, see if you see this one.
Let me go over there.
Hobby.
Nothing's coming up now. Is there supposed to be something coming up?
Typing it.
Oh, okay. Thought she's done.
No. I like to put emojis and stuff in, but I'll just do that. There you go. 3, 2, 1. There it went. Refresh.
Okay, I'll refresh. There ain't nothing coming up.
Is Javi a member?
Refreshed. Yeah. Nothing.
Yeah, he did it before. Javi did a kick.
No, the last thing that I received on the feed is from Makers Media Network. Steve posted, and that was 18 minutes ago. So no. And Matt's gone. Matt fell off the turnip truck. You fell off the turnip truck, dude.
I pressed the wrong button. I was going to say, Javi did an awesome collab for someone else's. He did Dave Gatton's Christmas challenge, and he made this awesome Advent calendar. And every week, every day of the month, he had a pun for what was inside. It was pretty amazing.
I still don't have any notification of anything from Makers Rock.
I don't know what to tell you. That's a Facebook glitch.
So that's why I'm not seeing it. I'm not getting it.
Brenda, I don't know what else I can do. Let me see.
You blocked me. That's what it is.
I block you.
You wouldn't be the first. I've been blocked by better places.
There. Now I tagged you in this post.
Oh, let's see here. Come on. Okay, now that I'm tagged, I get it.
You didn't get a notice about the Javier?
No. No, it's a Brenda Gibson test, and then under that you put ignore this.
We'll go to the group itself. Go on the Javi's post and click like on Javi's post. And then maybe that'll tell the algorithm that you want to interact with other posts that you aren't tagged in from this group, and maybe it'll push other stuff out to you.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how to get to that.
Uh-oh. I think I showed on the screen the link to get into this StreamYard. Oh, well, but you would have to approve people to be on screen.
Yeah, they could sit down there in the bottom if they come in. Yeah, I'm not seeing how to get to the group. There.
Well, click the Makers Rock link.
Okay, there. I think I hit the right thing that time.
And now the whole group should load, and then interact with other posts that aren't the one that you're tagged in. Well,
the only posts I'm seeing on there is something from you. Everything, every post I said, well, now there's a Christopher Smith. It was April 30th of 2019.
Yeah, there you go. Let's say they're there.
Okay, I'll
well, I mean, I had one on January 13th. I had a second one on January 13th. I had one on November 18, October 7, June 28, you know.
Well, all I'm seeing are posts from you until I get down to Christopher Smith. I'm not seeing anything from Javi.
No, I posted something about Javi.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you meant Javi had.
No, put a like on on other posts. There you go. Now maybe you'll see future posts.
Okay.
Since you interacted with it.
Okay. They make it so difficult for us technically challenged people. And, you know, here's the thing. I have said, I don't know how many times, that I am so technically challenged. I am lucky to know how to turn a computer on.
That's selling yourself a little short.
I mean, I am pitiful when it comes to this technical stuff. Smartphone.
You're doing all right. Look, come on. You got a YouTube channel. You have a Facebook group. You have a Facebook profile. You have an Etsy store.
And most of this stuff that I have, I don't know how to do anything with. And I have fell all over myself just even stumbling into the stuff that I'm into.
Glitzy Games gave me a subscribe. Thank you for that.
And yet I have people talking to me like I know what I'm doing. You have no idea how dumb I am when it comes to this technical stuff. Seriously. I mean, the night that I put up the Facebook group, I put it up and I took it down and I put it back up again and I took it back down because I was thinking, no, this isn't what I really want to do. And then finally I just put it up and said, to hell with it. I'm just leaving it up there and it's going to be whatever it's going to be. And I'll post whatever I want to post on it. And it either works or it don't. And we're going to see what happens in it. So far it's worked. And then I've got BrendaG's Facebook page. And then I've got the Brenda page. And I've yet to figure out how to get them all to interact with each other. That's never happened. And I can now, since I got the smartphone, I have figured out how to post pictures over on Instagram, and I posted a few things up there. So I can do that now. And the Twitter thing, I have yet to really figure out how Twitter works. I can post something to it, but I don't know how to post pictures or nothing on it. And trying to get this, technical stuff to work is just I'm telling you, the struggle's real.
I believe it. I believe it.
And people have no clue. They act like, oh, she's got a YouTube channel and she's got a green screen and you have no idea the struggle that I have gone through just to granny this stuff together. And it looks like I know what I'm doing. I guarantee you, I have not one clue.
You're more powerful because you went through all those struggles.
And yet, even though I've gone through the struggle, I have no clue.
Well, fake it till you make it.
That's what little bit of stuff that I know how to do, I don't do well.
You got 8,000 some subscribers. I mean, you're killing it.
And these poor people, they actually think that I've got a clue.
I'm almost at a milestone with subscribers. I think I'm at almost 6. Yeah. Almost 6,000 subscribers.
Let's see. As of right now, I'm sitting at 8,600 subscribers on the channel.
5,955. I need 45 more subscribers.
So you're growing.
Yeah, I am.
I'm growing. People love that Heifer Haven. They find me. I've had people trip over it all the time and say, well, I never knew this was here. And I love this. I'm signing up for your channel. I love what you're doing. And I'm like, well,
I got to get another video out. It's been a while since I published.
Me and the Heifer just keep pumping them out there.
December 22. Man, that was my last video I posted. Got to get on it. And I have another one. I have a project done. 100% done. I just haven't edited it yet.
I don't. It's all I've got is the rock album. And I've got to finish putting that together. But I figure, okay, I've got a month to granny that together and get it ready to rock, 6 weeks, whatever it is. So, I'm doing okay, but there's projects that I need to do. And for some reason, I don't know. I think it's winter more than anything slowing me down right now because I can't get out and do what I need to do. And the arthritis eating me up in the wintertime. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I want to get done. If I could get out to the garage and dig me out the wood that I think that I've still got out there, I could start the sticker board and do something about putting a sticker board together. Because I got a pile of those over here that
I've got a whole mountain of stickers I've got to display. I'm working on that too. Creative sticker board with a different twist. Should be fun. Keep an eye out.
Tracy says, Heifer Haven is hysterical. However, I don't know where you have ever found these people. They had all been from Walmart.
Every Walmart has a drop box. Heifer Haven questions. Just drop it.
Well, word gets out on YouTube that, hey, you need some advice. You don't have no money. Just ask Heifer Haven. She gives you free advice.
Yes.
I said it was free. I never said it'd be good.
I take issue. A few of those were actually good.
But see, I never said it would be.
Yeah, there's nothing precluding them not to be good.
That's right.
Yeah, they can be good.
My disclaimer is I said it was free. I never said it would be good.
Well, the more accurately, I said it was free. I never said anything else about it, good or bad.
Let's see. Jim Docker says, I got a ton to do, but it's too dang cold out. I know what you mean. And Tracy said, will this be my year? Well, that's what we'd all like to know. There's some energy going. Have you felt the energy? I was feeling the energy this morning. There, the full moon was Friday, and there's some serious energy in the air.
I think that's an 8-ball question, because there was Heiferbot had the 8-ball blurb right above Tracy's. Will it be my year?
Well, we can ask the 8-ball. Will this be Tracy's year? Magic 8-ball, tell me true. Is this going to be Tracy's year? We're going to shake the 8-ball up real good and see what the 8-ball has to say. Well, let's see. And I need to get my big eye because I can't never read this thing unless I do. The Magic 8-ball says, most likely. There you go, Tracy. Most likely this will be your year. Now, my horoscope every day this in January has been saying that, hey, it's coming. The universe is working with you.
Well,
it's coming. And I read it every day while I hold that Powerball ticket. And I say, prove it! Prove it! Prove it!
Horoscopes are flawed in many ways.
But it keeps saying every day, it's telling me, hey, don't give up. Universe working with you. Powers that be are watching.
Well.
And I'm like, okay, prove it.
The premise is the stars will affect you personally, and the stars are so far away. Now, if it was the moon or the sun, then you could talk to me, because the tides, for example.
Well, and that's all part of it. That's all part of the map.
Not the sun and the moon. The horoscopes are where the heavens are, and the heavens are objects way far away.
The planets, the moon, the stars, all of that is
what else?
The universe working with
you. They didn't have leap years back when they figured all this stuff out. So really, since the Earth is spinning at a different rate, everything's a month off kilter. So what was Gemini is now Cancer. It's all bunk. It's bunk. It's bunk for that reason, and it's bunk because the stars they have no influence on you physically or.
You have little faith.
It's bunk. Hogwash. American.
Well, I'm saying that the universe is with me, and I'm ready to win the Powerball.
There you go.
And I want to go live in Knoxville and that nice house that I picked out.
American Wanderer's here. He's late, but he's here.
Hey, American Wanderer, glad to have you with us this evening.
I think we got to wrap the show up. There's other.
Yeah. I was just thinking the same thing. It's probably about time to wrap it up. We've been going for an hour and a half. I don't want to bore people to death all night, but it is what it is. Want everybody to know, giveaway next week and the following week. You must be present to win. You need to be making comments on my Heifer Havens, because I may be picking some winners from those comments. And then some of them I may just pick from the chat. You never know what I'm liable to do. I may put some names in a hat and draw. Who knows what I'm liable to do?
Whatever's around her, she might give away. She might pick up her pets. She might furniture might be.
Well, I've got a box of stuff on one side of me, and I got my magic hat full of goodies in there.
Woohoo!
So
free stuff, folks. Who doesn't like free stuff?
That's from like 3 minutes of gathering stuff up. I've got a lot of stuff around here that I can give away. For instance, I have a game controller that's Wi-Fi.
Nice.
For Nintendo.
Oh, baby.
I have one of these fancy facial massagers that runs with heat and with cold for opening the pores and closing the pores, and it's supposed to make you look younger because it works on the fine wrinkles and stuff on your face. So I got that.
Valentine's Day is coming up. That'll be work.
Yeah. Has anybody ever wanted one of these HD TV antennas? I've got one of them in here.
Nice.
I have a brand new, still sealed in the box of bath bombs in different scents. So you can have a spa-like bath experience.
Woohoo!
I mean, and I've still got magnets. I've got these pods for washing your dishes that are organic dishwasher soap pods. There's all kinds of stuff here. So, you know, there's some good stuff to be given away.
Tune in, folks. Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Thursdays.
So with that, I think we'll just wrap it up for tonight, but we'll see you back here next week, and bring your friends for the giveaway, and tell everybody about the Heifer Havens, and have them make some comments. I'll put another Heifer Haven up tonight after we get off of here.
If you want to know about YouTube, I do my show 7 p.m. Eastern on Monday. All Things YouTube is the channel name. 7 p.m. Eastern on Monday.
And we'll see you Saturday night over on Russ's channel, Simply Wooden Creations, at 8 o'clock for his live stream, where we have the panel and have a lot of fun over there. So with that being said, we'll say goodbye to you for this evening, and we'll see you on the interwebs.
Bye, y'all.
Night, y'all.